in 1960. But now, with computers that can record so much data, if it's okay for the police to set up cameras and other kinds of sensors everywhere to keep track of everything that a policeman could theoretically have possibly seen from a public place about you, and put all that together, then he knows everything about you.
Yeah, and the pendulum's going the wrong way. Well, look at London, 4 million cameras, and now they've made it illegal to videotape the police, and they walk up and threaten to arrest tourists now, videotaping monuments. I mean, you know, government is way out of control because private corporate interests have turned government into nothing but their little lapdogs. Yes, and a large part of the cause of this actually is so-called free trade treaties, yes, which I'd rather call low-wage treaties, because these treaties take the power from governments, yes, and give them to businesses. The business say, to the governments, if you don't do exactly what we want, we'll move to some other country. And the governments respond by saying, oh, yes, we'll do whatever you want. Of course, the politicians mostly aren't really strongly imbued with a wish to do anything else, and they probably are somehow going to get rewarded for going along. But when the people go to them and say, we demand you regulate this practice, the politicians have a ready excuse. They say, well, given this treaty, the companies will all just move to another country, so it's futile to even try to regulate them. And then that creates a global standardized corporate law, which has no liberty, no freedom, no due process. They call that globalism, and then they hire a bunch of phony leftists and right-wingers to go around pushing it and spewing it, and now they're trying to move Internet control into these international bodies. Do you think the Internet's going to survive? I can't see the future. I tend to be somewhat of a pessimist by nature. It's just that even if I feel discouraged, I keep on fighting. So it's not particularly bad that I'm a pessimist, but the point is, if I tried to answer that question, all I could do is tell you my pessimism, which doesn't prove anything. That's not the point. The real question is, what can we do to fight this? We have to demand the abolition of these so-called free trade treaties. You see, the arguments for those free trade treaties are narrow-minded. They say, well, it makes for economic efficiencies, and it does. If all you're interested in is flat-out efficiency of production, then, yeah, they work. But they give all their benefits to rich people, and they corrupt the laws of every country that's participating, and that hurts us far more than the benefits economically we might hope to get. All right, final segment with our guest, Richard Stallman. Straight ahead, I'm Alex Jones. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Peter Kronschnabel with Midas Resources. As you know, government spending is at an all-time high and inflation is on the rise. What are you doing right now to protect yourself financially? As the economy continues to deteriorate due to corporate greed and government intervention, more people will lose their jobs and worse, their life savings. Having your hard-earned money in banks, the stock market, or any other paper asset is a lose-lose deal. You'll lose on your capital investment and you'll lose purchasing power as the dollar continues to devalue. One thing is certain, having physical possession of gold and silver will guarantee that no matter what happens, your investment will never be worthless. If you've been thinking about investing in the physical possession of precious metals, I can help. Call me today, Peter Kronschnabel, at 800-686-2237, extension 108, and I will take the time personally to put together a portfolio designed to protect what you've worked so hard for. Call Peter, 800-686-2237, extension 108. You've worked hard your whole life, and I want to work hard for you. Call 800-686-2237, extension 108.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Hi, my name is MZ, owner of KSCO in Santa Cruz, California. And like Alex Jones, I'm passionate about talk radio, that great bastion of freedom of expression for us all. I'm also passionate about helping people know the joys, benefits, and surprisingly simple methods of becoming entrepreneurs who work for themselves and not as wage slaves for someone else, or even worse, for large companies with no heart and soul, nor loyalty to their employees. If you are tired of being dependent on others for a living and ready to start owning yourself, loving your work, and setting the sky as the limit for your earning potential, I want you to know about an exciting, great business opportunity involving the marketing of healthful, dark chocolate that actually helps people lose weight and can help them make money, perhaps lots of it, just by helping us spread the word about this wonderful, unique product. Get on the web and go to chocolate.ownmyself.com. That's chocolate.ownmyself.com and check out our opportunity. You'll know pretty quick if you're interested. If you are, we will connect with you and get you up and running. We don't want any money from you, and you'll be amazed at how simple this system is. Remember, chocolate.ownmyself.com.
All right, folks, the show is almost over. Rebroadcast with reports from Bilderberg 2009, kind of a wrap-up of all the latest developments there. And bills to where without arrest, without charge, it just puts you on a terror list as a citizen, like the no-fly list, you can't own guns. I mean, it's getting crazy. Free speech bills where if you hurt somebody's feelings, you're arrested. Cyberbullying Act. And, of course, it's Internet only. You know, we noticed that the media and the establishment have tried to demonize the Internet, sir. And they've tried to, but now they're kind of having to join it, but they still demonize it at the same time. I'm pessimistic, but I'm also positive that they've tried to control it and demonize it and kind of mutate it before, and that they are getting a lot of what they want in the way of tyranny, but in a way people are just ignoring them and we're going around them. Or final comments on that front, anything positive?
You may be partly right, but, you know, I don't keep track of the things that are working well. I read the news about the threats and the outrages. So, yeah, I keep on using the Internet to talk with people about the free software movement. I continue posting links to articles about various kinds of outrages typically committed by governments and religious fanatics. And so far I haven't been stopped from doing this.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you that we need to focus on the bad stuff that's happening so that the good can continue to be gotten out, and we just commend you. How do folks visit the two different organizations, and how do they support what you're doing, sir?
Well, there's GNU.org, which is the site of the GNU system and the free software movement. There's FSF.org, which is the Free Software Foundation, where they could join and get other resources. And my personal site is Stallman.org, and that's where I post notes about other political issues and anything else I want to post that doesn't fit into those two organizations.
Stallman.org. Stallman's
right.
a great place to read your writings and more research. Well, sir, next time we won't keep you for 50 minutes, but next time if you'll come back on as things develop and unfold a few times a year, we'd like to get more reports from you. So I really appreciate you coming.